up, everybody? It's Cody with Blood Money MMA Bets, and I'm back for another prediction video. This week I'm going to break down UFC Vegas 47, Sean Strickland versus Jack Hermansson. It's got 13 fights on it, some pretty decent fights, not the biggest names on it, but I found some pretty good betting spots on it. I have 4 locked in official bets right now, and then I'm going to do some over-under bets, but I'm waiting on them lines to come out. So as soon as them come out, I'll put them in, and then I'll drop another video early next week and let you know the bets early. There's some pretty good fights on this. We're going to get to see the real winner, the Ultimate Fighter. We got Tresean Gore versus Bryan battle. Hakeem Dawodo versus Mike Trizano should be a good fight. And of course, Sean Strickland versus Jack Hermansson in the main event should be a real good fight. We're going to do a recap of UFC 270, and then we're going to get right into UFC Vegas 47. The recap for UFC 270, I went 6-4 on my bets for plus 2.65 units. It was a pretty good night overall. I had a couple fights that didn't go my way, but the ones that did go my way were the ones that I had more money on, so it ended up working out where I made a pretty decent little profit. Let's go over the winning bets. My 6 winning bets, I had Brandon Moreno over 2.5 rounds. That was a pretty easy bet, paid off pretty easy. Second winning bet was Jack Della Maddalena under 1.5, and that was easy money. I wish I'd have put more on that, but yeah, that was easy money. Third win was Victor Henry, 2.5 over 2.5 rounds, and them guys, him and Barcelos were throwing heat, but man, both of them's durable. That's what I bet on, so that worked out. The fourth bet was Tony Gravely versus Said Nurmagomedov parlay. Hit that one. The Gravely fight was a little back and forth, but the Said fight was nice. My fifth bet was Michel Pereira and Said Nurmagomedov. Again, I used him in 2 parlays. I was really confident in that pick. And like I said, he pulled that off easily. That ninja choke was crazy. Michel Pereira's fight, though, that was different. I don't know. He won, but I don't know if he won unanimously like that. He was getting beat up in the first round. The third round was real close, but glad I got the win. And my 6th win was Jasmine Jazu Devicius. And she was a big underdog, plus 210, and she came through in a big way. She dominated that fight, the whole fight, all 3 rounds. So that was pretty awesome. I just had 0.5 units to win 1 unit, but I mean, still, that was a nice play. My 4 losses were Gennaro Valdez. Man, he's terrible. I thought he was going to be a lot better than he is, and he's just really, I don't even know if he's UFC caliber. He's just really a brawler. He's super tough because he got knocked down 5 times and kept fighting, but you know, he's really not that good. My second loss was Trevin Giles, which I didn't even want to bet on that fight. I put that in real late because my Wellington tournament fight got canceled, so I put that in, and I actually had a 1 unit on Figgy, but I didn't put that on until late. But yeah, Trevin Giles got beat. That was my second loss. My third loss was Silvana Gomez Juarez, and man, that sucked, man. She hit Demopoulos with that shot, dropped her, got on top, went for the finish, and got armbarred. That's terrible. When you go from thinking you just won the fight to all of a sudden you lost the fight due to armbar. And I thought I had that bet won, man, for a second, but yeah, she got tapped out. And the 4th and final loss was Cyril Gane. Man, I bet on him and stuff based on his fight IQ. And when he got that takedown in the 5th round, it was 2-2, and then going into the 5th, he got that takedown in the 5th round and got on top with about like 3 minutes and 15 seconds left, and then went for a knee bar, ankle lock, heel hook, and gave up the whole, didn't get it, gave up, went for another one, gave up the whole position to Francis Ngannou, and he just laid on top of him the rest of the round. I really believe if Cyril Gane would have just held the position, tried to pass guard, threw some shots and stuff and held Ngannou down like Ngannou held him down, that he would have won that. But bad fight IQ, terrible fight IQ, but he'll be back. So yeah, I went 6-4 for plus 2.65 units on UFC 270. That brings my total bet record since I started on 9/25/21 to 54 wins, 27 losses for plus 37.8 units. So we're just going to keep that going. I believe this is like my 13th or 14th video, and we've been doing pretty good, like I said, up 37.8 units. So before we get into this UFC Vegas 47 video, please like and subscribe. I would like to get up to 200 subscribers by the end of February. I'm at like 163 right now. We've been winning consistently, so let's keep winning. Please let me get a like and subscribe, and comment with me. If you don't agree with any of these picks, just let's talk about it, man. Let's just be respectful and stuff, but I love talking MMA with anybody, so comment. We'll go back and forth and see, man. Maybe you can sway me, who knows. But yeah, man, let's get into this. This is UFC Vegas 47. Fight number 1 is in the women's bantamweight division. We got Alexis Davis versus Julia Storyalenko. Alexis Davis is 20-11. She's currently sitting at -210. Julia is 9-5-1. She's currently sitting at +170. This is going to be a girls' fight. It's a pretty unpredictable girls' fight. Both these girls are pretty good at everything they do. They're pretty good. They're pretty good at striking. Both pretty good at grappling. Julia, or whatever her name is, she likes to be off her back or on top on the ground, and she's really good at arm bars and sweeps and stuff like that. But man, she's fighting a girl in Alexis Davis who is just a veteran of the sport, man. This girl has 31 fights. She's super tough. She's not going nowhere. She's got good striking, pretty good pressure striking. Like I said, she's got good 1-2s, a good jab. She's just super tough. She's got okay wrestling and okay grappling as long as she's on top, but she really don't look to use that much. She likes to stand up and strike. She's kind of slow, but she's got really good cardio. So in most of her fights, she'll start looking like she's beat up after about a minute, but like blood, busted up face, all that, and but she'll keep fighting through it, and usually her pace and her toughness and just the pressure she's going to try to put on you, that takes over, and she can usually get the win, like against like Sabina Mazo, and she's got some pretty decent wins on her record. Storolenko, her last fight was against Julia Avila, and that was a good fight, man. That was a back and forth fight. Most of it was stand up. She had her moments in it. She didn't never get on top, but she's got decent wrestling. But she's got a good BJJ, like I said. She's got good boxing. She's got good leg kicks. She looked pretty good in that Julia Avila fight, man. That was a back and forth, really close fight. I'm not going to bet on this fight. I know Alexis Davis is the big favorite, and to me, they both got about the same tools and same toughness. I'd say it's going to go to decision, and I'm gonna pick Alexis Davis to win by decision, but to me, if you're going to bet this, all the value is on Storolenko. She's super tough, and they do pretty much the same thing, and it's not a 50-50 fight, but like I said, I would just stay away from it if I was anybody betting, maybe the over. Fight number 2 is in the men's middleweight division. We got Sam Alvey versus Phil Hawes. This is a late notice, late replacement fight. Sam Alvey was supposed to be fighting Ian Heinisch, and Ian Heinisch had to withdraw, so Phil Hawes stepped in. But Sam Alvey is 33-16-1. He's currently sitting at +270. Phil Hawes is 11-3, currently sitting at -345. Everybody knows Sam Alvey. He's got decent striking. He's slow. He's getting older. He's got decent striking, decent power. He's very low output though. He's very low output. He's got really good defensive wrestling. Like if people try to wrestle Sam Alvey, that's a mistake. They'll get tired out. Like Ryan Spann and Dawodo Jong and them all tried to wrestle him, and he's been with Dan Henderson training for like his whole career. So he's got good takedown defense, good get up game. He doesn't really use his offensive wrestling. He just wants to strike. But like I said, he's very, very low pace, and at this stage in his career, he's lost a lot of his speed. He doesn't really look like he comes into fights in shape, and I don't know. He just, it ain't the old Sam Alvey. Not to say the old Sam Alvey was like crazy good, but I mean, he was decent. Then he's fighting Phil Hawes, Phil Hawes is good, man. He's an all-around great fighter. He has all the attributes, all the explosion, all the skill, but he's got a suspect chin. And all the fights that I've seen him fight under the UFC banner, basically, even Julian Marques in the Contender Series, he got knocked out in that with a head kick. All of his fights in the UFC, like I've seen him, Nasruddin Imavov, he got rocked in that one. He ended up winning that one, a lot of clinch and stuff, but he got rocked in that one. He got rocked against Chris Dawkins like once or twice in that fight, and then obviously Chris Curtis rocked him and killed everybody's parlays last time and ended him. Like I said, he's got suspect chin, but everywhere else he's good. He's got good wrestling, good jiu-jitsu, good power, good striking. He has a variety of strikes. As long as he don't get his chin touched here and get reckless like he did against Chris Curtis, he's going to beat Sam Alvey. I don't think he's going to stop Sam Alvey because Sam Alvey's super tough. But give me Phil Hawes by decision, but I'm not betting on him this time. He's -345, and like I said, man, just untrustworthy. Fight number 3 is in the men's welterweight division. We got Shavkat Rakhmonov versus Carlston Harris. Shavkat Rakhmonov is 14-0. He's currently sitting at -280. Carlston Harris is 17-4, currently sitting at +220. And man, this is going to be a good fight. I can't wait to watch this fight. I can't believe the odds are like where it's at, man, with Shavkat being that much of a favorite. So let's get to Shavkat. The guy's good. He's very well rounded. He's got great knees to the body from the clinch. I was watching a bunch of his fights. I watched like 4 of his fights, and he has really good knees from the clinch. He has really good striking. He has good head movement and feints. He's constantly moving, constantly feinting. When he does throw strikes, he's got great strikes, great combos. He'll throw in 3-shot combos. He likes to go body shots to uppercuts to the head. Just a lot of crazy combos. He's comes from a sambo background, so he's got some really good sambo takedowns. He's got some really good jiu-jitsu. You've seen him against Michel Pereira holding his own and beating him up. He went to the ground with him a couple times, and Michel Pereira is great at jiu-jitsu. Cowboy Oliveira choked him out real easy with a guillotine. The dude's talented, man. He's kind of hittable. If you watch some of his fights, even Michel Pereira was hitting him with some haymakers. Maybe he wasn't ready for it because he was looking for the takedown. But yeah, man, the dude's good, well-rounded, powerful. He's a finisher, 14-0. I can't wait to see what this guy does. But, man, at minus 280 against Carlston Harris, man, Carlston Harris coming in at 17-4. He's the real deal. If you watch both of his fights in the UFC, Christian Aguilera, he got rocked a little bit in that, but ended up rocking him, finishing him. And then his last fight against Impa Kasanganay, man, that was a good fight. He's doing all this stuff standing up, and really he's a grappler with really good BJJ, good pressure, good cardio. He's got decent striking. He's got a good 1-2. That's really what he throws. He throws like a weird 1-2. Like he'll throw this and kind of like a looping over straight. It's like a really weird punch that's not that technical, but it seems to work because everybody's hitting it with, man, is going on wobbly legs. So he's got, like I said, really good BJJ. He's got pretty good wrestling, pressure wrestling. He'll keep going back to it, chain wrestle, which I really love. He's got great cardio and he's got good finishing skills, man. You've seen he's great. He's got a win on Dana White's Contender Series over that one Russian guy that was like 18-1. So the dude's tough, man. And at plus 220, all the values on him. Like even when I was watching Shavkat's fights against Oliveira, he got hit a couple times. He was getting controlled up against the cage by Oliveira for a little while before he hit that guillotine. He was actually had his back to the cage and snatched that up. But he looked really good too against Michel Pereira. But man, he had so much height and reach on him that it really wasn't all that fair. And I mean, it was fair, but I mean, he just beat him down, and Harris just only has jiu-jitsu, really. But I think all that, his last couple fights is what's making him be minus 280 against Carlston Harris, which is crazy, because Carlston Harris is tough. Like, he's not going to go out there and just get dominated by this guy. I've seen Shavkat fight, and I mean, he's great, but I don't see him being like the phenom that they think he is. So, I'm gonna actually take, as my underdog on this, Carlston Harris, right? Plus 220. I don't have a bet on him. I want to bet on him, but I want to see how this line movement, how the market goes. I want to see if either people keep bringing money in on Shavkat and he gets up to mid 300s, which is crazy, or if money starts coming in on Carlston Harris. So either way, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna put a bet on it on this fight. So look out for my video, like I said, next Monday or Tuesday. As soon as I can get my hands on the over-unders, I'll let you know. And as soon as this line starts changing, I'm gonna get my bet in and I'll let you guys know on that. But I like Carlston Harris. That's my underdog pick, lock of the week for my underdog. Not a lock, but my favorite underdog play. That's the one I'm gonna play. Fight number 4 is in the men's flyweight division. We got Malcolm Gordon versus Dennis Bondar. Malcolm Gordon is 13-5, currently sitting at plus 195. Dennis Bondar is 16-3, currently sitting at minus 250. I see Bondar all the way in this fight. I watched a lot of tape on both these guys. Bondar is really good. He can be taken down, but he's got good reversals. He's got good wrestling himself. He's got great cardio. Malcolm Gordon is not all that good. He's fragile. If he gets touched on the chin, he's going down. You've seen it in his loss. Sunu Choi, and then let's see, the Ali Alabaza guy armbarred him real quick. But every fight all of his 5 losses are all finishes. And this Bondar is a finisher. His last 8 wins are by finish. He's got good leg kicks, good power, good cardio. He's got good BJJ, good scrambles, good wrestling. He's well-rounded. And I think in that first round, Malcolm Gordon is going to come out right away trying to wrestle real hard and all that. But I think he's going to get reversed. Like even against Figueiredo's brother in Malcolm Gordon's last fight, in the first round, he went for the takedown. He got reversed. He got mounted. He lost that first round, but just like Figueiredo, he gassed out. Figueiredo gassed out, and Malcolm Gordon was able to take over. But Give me Bondar. I think he's better in every single position in this fight. I think he's going to be way more tough. He's got way more heart. He's way more durable. So give me Dennis Bondar by second round TKO because I think there's going to be a decent amount of wrestling in that first round. But I got him on a parlay, and when we get to the other part of that parlay, I'll tell you. But I really, really like Dennis Bondar as a favorite. I like him as one of my locks this week. He's minus 250, but I think that price is worth it. Fight number 5 is in the men's middleweight division, and this is for the real tough winner. We got Bryan Battle versus Tresean Gore. Bryan Battle's 6-1. He's currently sitting at plus 110. Tresean Gore's 3-0. He's currently sitting at minus 140. This is going to be a really good fight. Should be a back and forth fight. Both these guys, this is going to be a striking fight. You've seen some grappling out of Bryan Battle, but that's basically because other people trying to grapple him. But so he don't have the best takedown defense, Bryan Battle, but he's got a good get up game. And like I said, I don't see any of that going on here. I see this being a striking battle where Bryan Battle, he's big, he's long for this division. He throws a lot of body kicks, front push kicks. He's got decent leg kicks, and he's got like decent jab 1-2. He's got really good cardio, but from all the tape I've been watching, he's very hittable. Like he kind of is getting beat up in all his fights, even against like Gilbert Urbina. He's getting beat up until he's not. Seth. What was it, Andre Perlowski or whatever on Ultimate Fighter was beating him up until he gassed out. So, yeah, he's going to be fighting Tresean Gore, who I thought was excellent on the Ultimate Fighter, man. The guy's good. And I've watched his other fights. I actually went through and watched all his other fights because I'm really high on him. And the dude's good, man. He's got great striking. He's got really powerful striking. And what I like is his pressure. When he's fighting, he's just calm and he's just walking him down with pressure, like consistent pressure. And then super calm, throws hard leg kicks. He's got good head movement. He's got great power, great striking, but like I said, what I like the most is his calmness. Calmness, like it's 1-for-1 kickboxing, but he's going to hit you harder. He's a little low output, but like I said, he's in control the whole time. He's going to be walking Bryan Battle down. He's got decent wrestling. He's got a good get-up game, but like I said, I don't think we'll need any of that. I'm going to take Tresean Gore in this fight. I'm going to take him by decision, but I'm going to take him in a clear decision. Like I said, on the Ultimate Fighter, he really impressed me, winning every round. All the guys he was in there with looked like they kind of didn't know what to do. That they just, were overmatched. They looked overmatched. So give me Tresean Gore. I know he's coming off a knee injury, but I've been watching him on Instagram and all kinds of stuff, and he's fine. He's been training hard. So give me Tresean Gore by decision. I got 1.9 units to win 1.5 units, and I really, really like that bet. I got him at minus 125, and I think by the time the fight comes, man, he could be closer to minus 170. So if you can get on him early, that's why I'm dropping this early, so everybody can get their, if you want to get some other bets in off of this, you can get them in early before these lines change. So give me Tresean Gore in that fight. Fight number 6 is in the men's featherweight division. We got Hakeem Dawodo versus Mike Trizano. Hakeem Dawodo is 2-1. He's currently sitting at minus 190. Mike Trizano is 9-1. He's currently sitting at plus 160. Hakeem Dawodo, if you watched his last fight against Evolov, man, he got taken down a lot and controlled, but so that looks like a little hole in his game, but Mike Trizano ain't going to be trying to take him down and control him. He doesn't have near the wrestling as or jiu-jitsu as Evolov. But Hakeem Dawodo, great striking, fast hands, fast kicks, hits pretty hard. It's kind of low output, but like he is kind of like Tresean Gore, where he's putting on the constant pressure on you. He's got a very hard body kick. He's got very hard body kick and leg kicks, man. This guy, and like I said, he's mean Hakeem Dawodo. The guy, he's very tough. Like, he's going to take your shots, give you his shots, and he's got great cardio. He's going to be there all 3 rounds. Like, I really like Hakeem Dawodo. He's fighting Mike Trizano, who I really like, too. You've seen in his last fight against Ludovic Klein, where he was just there, walked Ludovic Klein down, was able to out-grapple him, everything. He looked real good. He's got great kickboxing. He comes from a kickboxing background. He's got real good leg kicks. He likes to counter. So, both these guys really like to counter if you watch them fight. So this is I feel like this is gonna be a real low output fight. This is a fight, man. I can't wait to see what the line is on the over/under, because I'm gonna jump on the over, because both these dudes are super tough, super durable, and both of them are low pace, low output. So I like that. Like I said, Mike Trizano got good counters. He's like Hakeem too. He stays real calm in the pocket. Both these guys, Hakeem's a little tighter, but Mike Trizano's like Gore too, where they're just like real loose, but walking you down, man. And when you're fighting against that, that's scary, and that takes a lot of your energy away, because you're backing up, and then you're constantly doing stuff to get out the way, and they're not even really throwing punches, but they're just gassing you out with their movement. He has pretty good. Mike Trizano has pretty good takedown defense. Grant Dawson exposed him a little bit in that, but Grant Dawson's a great wrestler and grappler, and that was a couple years ago too. His stand up and his defensive wrestling's good. His scrambles are good. His jiu-jitsu's good. This is going to be a good fight. I think this fight's going to be standing the whole time, and I think it's going to just be like a tit for tat, back and forth fight. And in that, I'm going to take Hakeem Dawodo, just being a little more explosive, hitting a little more harder, and I think he'll control the center of the octagon more. But I'll take him for decision. I got a bet on him right now. I have 1.6 units to win one. I put it in like 2 weeks ago, so I got it at minus 160. He's currently at minus 190. So if you want to get some bets in on that, or even take Dawodo by decision, I don't see him finishing Trizano at all. But like I said, I want to see the over-under line on that. Fight number 7's in the men's featherweight division. We got Julian Erosa versus Steve Peterson. Julian Erosa is 26-9, currently sitting at minus 300. Steve Peterson is 19-9, currently sitting at plus 240. I like Erosa in this fight. He's going to be taller. He's got 3 inches of height, 4.5 inches of reach on Steve Peterson. Erosa, dude, he's just tall and long, good striking, good movement, moves in and out. He's got great knees, great kicks. He's got good power. He's got good wrestling. He's got good jiu-jitsu. The only thing about him that's been his suspect chin. And he's been knocked out, in a decent amount of fights. But I don't think he has to worry about this. He's going to have the size and reach, like I said, in this fight. And Steve Peterson's not a finisher. He's only got one KO, and that was that spinning back fist on Martin Bravo in the last 8 years. So I don't see him pulling out a KO here on Erosa. Steve Peterson, he's well-rounded, but he's just not really good anywhere, He's a journeyman, kind of. He's got, like I said, he's well-rounded, but he's just not really great anywhere. He's pretty decent everywhere, but he's not going to be better than Julian Erosa in the power and the movement and all that. And Erosa can probably land some takedowns on him, too. So give me Julian Erosa by decision. Steven Peterson's super tough, so I'm going to take Erosa by decision. And I do have Julian Erosa in a locked-in parlay, and I will get to that when we get to it. That'll be coming up in a couple fights. But like I said, I really like Erosa in this fight. Usually Erosa, you've seen against Jourdain, you've seen against Sean Woodson, a lot of prospects, a lot of good guys. He beats them as long as he don't get knocked out. He's pretty much going to win. He was even beating Julio Arce, in my opinion, until he got knocked out in the third. But Arce has real knockout power and is a lot better than Steven Peterson. Give me Julian Erosa by decision. Like I said, I got him in a parlay. We'll get to that in a minute. Fight number 8 is in the men's bantamweight division. We got Miles Johns versus John Castaneda. Miles Johns is 12-1. He's currently sitting at minus 245. John Castaneda is 18-5. He's currently sitting at plus 205. This is going to be a really good fight. Miles Johns, he's got good striking. He's kind of low output, but he has a really strong overhand right. He's got really good wrestling, really good jiu-jitsu, super powerful, super explosive. Can take the fight where he wants. He can keep it standing or do wrestling and grappling. But I think he kind of uses a lot of his energy when he's wrestling. So in his last couple fights, he's just been stand up. He knocked out Kevin Tividad pretty quick 2 fights ago, and his last fight was against Anderson Dos Santos, and he didn't really see any adversity in that fight. He just kind of beat the crap out of him. The fight before that was Mario Batista, and he was doing good in that fight until he got caught with that flying knee. The guy he's fighting is John Castaneda. He's pretty good. He's actually pretty good to be plus 205 in this spot. If you watch him fight like Nathaniel Wood and Eddie Wineland, he's pretty explosive. He's fast. He's got really good striking. He's really aggressive. He likes to stay in your face with a fast-paced style. He's very tough and very durable, but from what I've seen when I'm watching him is he likes to come out in like every round, come out hard. He comes out hard for about the first minute and a half, 2 minutes, and then it looks like he's just dominating his opponent, and then he seems to slow down, kind of give up the rounds. That's what happened against Nathaniel Wood, but he put up a really good fight against Nathaniel Wood, and Nathaniel Wood's super good. So I think this fight's going to be a lot closer than the line says at minus 250. I expect that to kind of come down a little bit. I do got Miles John. I'm going to take Miles Johns. I'm going to take him by decision in a very close fight, back and forth fight. I got him in a parlay. I have Miles Johns. Like I said, I'm having by decision, but in a parlay, I have Miles Johns and Denise Bondar. I have 2 units to win 1.8 units, and I really like that one. Like I said, I know this Miles Johns fight's going to be tough. To me, it's going to be kind of like the Tony Gravely fight where it's going to be a little back and forth. There might be some hairy moments, but overall, I expect Miles Johns to be the more powerful, harder striker, be able to get the takedowns and control if he wants to. So give me Miles Johns by decision. Like I said, I got him in that parlay with Bondar. Fight number 9 is in the men's lightweight division. Men's light heavyweight division, I'm sorry. We got Danilo Marques, 11-3, currently sitting at plus 315 versus Jailton Almeida, 14-2, currently sitting at minus 390. Danilo Marques, if you've seen him fight a couple times in the UFC, he's got good wrestling. He's a big dude. He's like 6'6" for the division, 6'6" with a 77-inch reach. He's a big dude. He's got good wrestling. He's got decent jiu-jitsu. He's got decent ground and pound. His striking ain't that good, but he throws big, powerful strikes to kind of set up his takedowns. He's a tough dude for like a round and a half, maybe 2 rounds. You've seen it in his last fight against Njokuani, or no, what's his name? The African Savage. I don't know why. I'll think of his name in a second. But against him, he was doing great. I mean, he won the first 2 rounds. He backpacked him the whole first round. He won the second round. A lot of control in that round too. And then in the third round, he gassed out and came out. And man, I can't remember. I don't know why I can't remember his name. It's the African Savage, the dude that's 6'6", just got knocked out by a Dawodo. I don't know. But anyways, he was doing good. Came out in the third round, gassed out, got pushed up against the fence, just got pounded on till the ref stepped in. So if he can, like against Brees and Bragimov, and who else did he beat? He beat somebody else too. He just dragged him to the ground, wrestled him, Mike Rodriguez. So them guys have terrible takedown defense. He just dragged them to the ground and basically gassed them out. But he's fighting Jailton Almeida, and if you watched him on Dana White's Contender Series, or if you see him on any of his other fights, man, this guy's got really good wrestling and really good grappling too, like Danilo Marques, but he don't gas out. You seen him against the Russian dude on a Dana White Contender Series. He has like chain wrestling. He's got decent good jiu-jitsu. When he got taken down, he was able to reverse position. He landed some takedowns, some pretty nice throws of his own. Good top game, pretty heavy. And when he was standing up, he had pretty good strikes. He likes to throw a lot of leg kicks, body kicks. And he's very good at control, and he has very good cardio. And to me, that's the big thing here. I'm going to take Jailton Almeida by second round sub. The first round is probably going to be dicey. He can be taken down. He got taken down a couple times against that Russian Sambo guy. But like I said, he reversed it, got up, reversed positions. And all that's going to take in this fight is 1 or 2 of them. And I think Danilo Marques is going to be done. He's going to be gassed out or just give up. So give me Jailton Almeida by second round sub. I have him. He's the second part of my parlay I have locked in, and it is Julian Erosa and Jailton Almeida. I really like this parlay. I got both them guys locked in. I have 2.5 units to win 1.7 units. So I really like that parlay. I think that's a lock parlay. They're both pretty big favorites, but I think that they're better in every aspect of MMA against their opponents. So give me that parlay, Erosa Almeida, and get it in while you're locked in early, because I got Erosa at minus 280. I see he's already minus 300. He could be minus 350 by the time the fight starts, because I really do think that he has a big chance. Also, I'm not into live betting. I wrote this down. I don't live bet. I just like to put my bets in the casino, keep me from just blowing money. But you could live bet this, because Danilo Marques very well could come out and win this first round, land some takedowns, get some top control and all that. But by the second, third round, he's going to be gassed. So you might be able to get, a Jailton Almeida is minus 400. You might be able to get a even money going into the second round. Get all over that Almeida money or even money if it gets to that, because man, he's going to take over and he's going to beat it. He's way better than Marques. All right, fight number 10 is in the men's welterweight division. We got Jason Witt versus Philip Rowe. Jason Witt is 19-7, currently sitting at plus 140. Philip Rowe is 8-3, currently sitting at minus 170. This is going to be a good fight. I know Philip Rowe is the favorite right now, but he's really good. But man, Jason Witt, if you watch his fights, he's really good. I think he's got what it takes that he could beat Philip Rowe if his chin holds up, because he's got really good wrestling. He's got good BJJ to stay safe, and then he's got good ground and pound. He's very smothering, and that to me in Philip Rowe's fights that I've watched versus Gabe Garcia, something like that, and his last fight against Orion Koski, he can get held up against the cage. He can easily be taken down. He's got good long stand up, but like I said, he can be taken down. He can be controlled. Philip Rowe, he don't have the best takedown defense, but he does pretty good jiu-jitsu, so he's not going to get tapped out or nothing. But I feel like he's way too comfortable on his back. Like he'll pull guard just to get down and try his jiu-jitsu. And if his jiu-jitsu doesn't work, then he's just laying on his back, and he needs to do something other than pulling guard. Because Jason Witt, man, he's got really good wrestling. You see him against Barbarina and a couple of his other fights, or Cole Williams. He's got really good jiu-jitsu. He's got a smothering top pressure, and he's got good ground and pound. So if Philip Rowe can't work him over standing up, and Jason Witt can hit his takedowns, I can easily see Jason Witt taking 2 or 3 rounds in this and getting a lot of top control. But Philip Rowe, man, he's got good long striking. He's got good power. He's got good knees from the clinch. I could easily see him hitting Jason Witt with a knee right up the middle, like he was doing Orion Koski, and dropping him, because Witt does have a suspect chin. He's 19-7. He's been finished in all 7 of his losses. So, I mean, if you're going to pick Philip Rowe, you might as well pick him by finish, because, I mean, Jason Witt either wins by decision or gets finished. Like, that seems to be the thing. But in this fight, as of right now, I'm leaning Philip Rowe. I think that he can land a big shot, but I haven't bet nothing on this fight, and I haven't fully made my decision, because I keep seeing in my head easily that Jason Witt could take over in this fight. So give me Philip Rowe. I'll take Philip Rowe as far as being able to outstrike him, have some good jiu-jitsu, and hopefully a good get-up game wear on Jason Witt. But Jason Witt has a pretty good gas tank. So I'll talk some more about that, and if I get into any bets, over, under, or anything on the next video. But for now, give me Philip Rowe. I'll take him by second round TKO. Fight number 11 is in the men's middleweight division. We got Marc-Andre Barriault versus Chidi and Njokuani. Marc Antonio Barriault's 13-4. He's currently sitting at -135. Chidi and Njokuani is 20-7, and he's currently sitting at -110, or +110. I'm sorry. Man, this is gonna be a crazy fight. Both these guys are crazy strikers. And Njokuani is gonna be way faster. Well, Marc Antonio Barriault, he's got good striking. He's got good pressure striking. Like, he's always on you throwing something. Kick to the body, front push kick, jab, straight, overhand. He's always throwing something. He'll grapple, he'll clinch. He's got consistent pressure. He's got decent takedown defense. And if he does get taken down, he's got a great get-up game, because he really never stops moving. He's got never-ending cardio. His name's the Power Bar, and it seems to work. I mean, some of the fights, he'll take a little, back and forth, a little beating in the first and second round, and then end up taking over in the end of the second and the third, man. Dude is tough. His last fight against Dose Nguliana or whatever, it was a nice back and forth. He was taking some big shots, but he's got a really good chin. Chidi and Njokuani, though, man, this guy, his striking's next level. Like, he's got crazy knees to the body. He's got crazy hard leg kicks. He's got a good straights right down the pipe. He's been fighting too. It's crazy. This is UFC debut. He's got a brother that fights, but Anthony Njokuani. But he's been actually 33 years old, and he's been fighting since 2007. So this guy's a real veteran, man. He's been in there with a lot of people, a lot of good fighters. He's got wins over. He knocked out Fiallo, the guy that just fought Michel Pereira. He's got a win over him in like 30 seconds. He's got some pretty good wins on his career. He's got really excellent stand-up. His takedown defense is a little suspect. You see, like, if you watch his Bellator fights against Koreshkov, he was getting taken down and beat up. He actually got pounded out in that. Kind of gave up a little bit. But really, if you look, though, his losses in the last, 8 years, 10 years are all to elite guys. All his losses. And he's only lost a couple times, but in Bellator, it was like John Salter, Koreshkov, and he had another really good, Carvalho. Man, he's really good, dude. And the more tape that I watched on him, his Contender Series and even all his Bellator, man, this guy has crazy knees to the body in a clinch. He's got crazy leg kicks. I know Marc Antonio Barriault is very tough, very durable, and you're not going to stop him hitting him in the face with headshots. But man, I don't know if he's going to be able to take these leg kicks and these body kicks over the course of the fight. It could really slow down Barriault, and you could see that power bar actually drain. Barriault was minus 165 just like a week ago. Now he's down to minus 135. A lot of money's coming in on him, and I think that's smart, because I'm going to take Chidi and Njokuani by decision. I think that he's going to be able to tear up Barriault's lead leg, and with some body shots and all that and all his movement, he's going to be able to slow power bar down. He's not going to look like the same power bar he does in the third round. So in a back and forth fight, and in this, I see it going the distance. But I don't know if I want to bet that, because both these guys got a little bit of finishing skill. More Chidi does, but Yeah, man, as of right now, give me Chidi by decision. I don't have any bet in on it yet. I would kind of like to get him at the plus money, but man, I really could see Barriault winning too. So I might just stay away from that fight, but I'll let you know coming up. Fight number 12 is the co-main event in the men's middleweight division. We got Puna'hale Soriano versus Nick Maximov. Puna'hale Soriano is 8-1, currently sitting at minus 200. Nick Maximov is 7-0, currently sitting at plus 160. I'm going to be honest, I think this is going to be kind of too early for Nick Maximov, man. Soriano, all he does is throw hooks with power. He's got great takedown defense. He was state champ wrestler in Hawaii. Throws hooks with power. Good in the clinch. Great takedown defense. Good BJJ if it goes there. He's only got about a round and a half of cardio, but man, he throws bombs. And Nick Maximov, he's a jiu-jitsu guy with not the greatest wrestling. He's got pretty good cardio. Doesn't have the greatest wrestling to get the fight to the ground. He shoots in really slow takedowns. I watched a couple of his fights, slow takedowns. But he's super tough, super durable. And if he gets to the fight to the ground, he's got good jiu-jitsu. He's really good on top. He's got pretty decent clinch work, but he's very hittable and he's very slow. His punches are slow. He don't have any head movement. Just like his wrestling, like his punches are slow. He's just like kind of pretty slow guy. He's a pretty big guy though. He's gonna have a 4.5 or 3.5 inch reach advantage here. But I see this going a lot like that Dusko Todorovic fight with Puna'hale Soriano, where Soriano is gonna shuck any takedown attempts. He's gonna stop them, and he's gonna be able to tee off of Maximov because Maximov don't have no head movement or nothing. And like I said, all Soriano does is throw power hooks, man. And I do believe he's gonna catch Maximov in this. I like Nick Maximov, but it's just going to be too early in his striking career to deal with a guy that has great takedown defense and throws bombs with both hands. So give me Puna'hale Soriano by first round TKO. And I haven't bet that. I might, but I don't know. I kind of got burnt in his last fight against Brandon Allen, so I want to see how he does here. But I really like Puna'hale Soriano to get the TKO in this fight against slower Nick Maximov. Fight number 13 is the main event. We got the men's middleweight division. We got Sean Strickland versus Jack Hermansson. Sean Strickland's 24-3, currently sitting at minus 210. Jack Hermansson's 22-6, currently sitting at plus 170. It's gonna be a great fight, man. Like this should be a really good fight. I see it going down a lot like the Marvin Vettori Jack Hermansson fight, where at the beginning I see Sean Strickland being able to be winning this fight, and then maybe he slows down a little bit like Vettori did, and Jack Hermansson makes it real close and interesting. But we'll see. We got to see what Sean Strickland's takedown defense and stuff looks like. We haven't really had to see it since he fought Usman. But let's see, Sean Strickland, everybody knows, man, great jab. Some of the best boxing in the UFC, man. So especially with that jab and straight right. All he really does is throw his rights, and then here and there he'll throw a big hook, and that's when he drops people. But he's got consistent forward pressure. And like I said, all he's doing is touching you, boom, boom, just straights with that consistent forward pressure. He's very tough because he's a crazy person. I love him. He says some crazy stuff, but man, like Conor McGregor, they say some crazy stuff, but they're crazy people. And that's why I like them, because they're real fighters, man. These dudes are crazy and they love to do it. But Sean Strickland, constant forward pressure, throws really straight punches. He's very tough with a great chin. He's got really good cardio. He's got good takedown defense that we've seen lately. Not too many people's really tried to take him down. Christoph Jocko and a couple other people have, and they didn't really have any success. Brandon Allen, I think, tried one, but actually Sean Strickland took him down a couple times, just let him up. Jack Hermansson, though, he's good, great. He's got really good wrestling. You see him just wrestle Hamzat. He's got decent striking. He's got really good BJJ. If he can get it to the ground, he can get on top. He's a problem. He's also got a really, really, really good guillotine if anybody shoots on him, or even if he's switching like he did against David Branch, just hitting a reversal and boom, hitting the guillotine. He's very, very tough with a good gas tank. I just watched him a little bit ago. I rewatched him in the Marvin Vettori fight, and he took a little damage in that first and second round, but he survived it, and he made that a really good fight, man. He actually had a lot more left in the tank at the end of the fifth against Marvin Vettori, and actually I think won some of them later rounds. He's very tough, man. He doesn't have the greatest striking. He's kind of awkward. He's kind of like long and tall and not the greatest movement, but he's got good body kicks, good leg kicks. He's got good punches. He's got decent power. But I don't think he's going to have the greatest boxing. Like I said, when you watch that Marvin Vettori fight and you see how Marvin was in his face, that's exactly how Marvin Vettori and Sean Strickland fight exactly alike to me, in my opinion, except Marvin uses a little more grappling. But I think this is going to be a great fight. We're going to find out what Sean Strickland's really about with his wrestling and grappling, because, man, he could get taken down here and get choked out in the first round or second round easily, because we really haven't seen him have to deal with all that. But I'm going to take Sean Strickland to be able to stuff them takedowns, use his cardio, use his jab, use his toughness to just stay in Jack Hermansson's face and win a really tough decision. I don't see him finishing Jack Hermansson, but I don't have a bet on this fight yet. I want to see the over-under, and I want to see that stuff and which way the line starts moving, because like I said, man, Jack Hermansson's the real deal, dude. To be plus 170, he's got good wrestling, he's got good jiu-jitsu, really good jiu-jitsu, and he's got good striking, and he's tough. So if Sean Strickland slips up in any way in this fight, he could easily get tapped out. You seen what he did? You seen what Hermansson did to Calvin Gastelum? You seen what he did to Jakar Souza? You seen what he just did to what's his name? Edmund Shabazian. He outlasted his striking, got the takedown, finished him. So he's very dangerous. So right now I'm taking Sean Strickland by decision, but I don't have any bets on it yet. I do want to see what the Sean Strickland by decision price is, and I might think about that. But yeah, that's it. I'm going to take Sean Strickland by decision. I have no bets on him. My official bets so far locked in for UFC Vegas 47 are Tresean Gore, 1.9 units to win 1.5 units. Hakeem Dawodo, 1.6 units to win 1 unit. Myos John, Denise Bondar, parlay 2 units to win 1.8 units, and Jailton Almeida, Julian Erosa parlay 2.5 units to win 1.75 units. Them are my official bets. Like I said, I will have some more bets in, and I'll drop that video hopefully by Monday to Tuesday night. So if anybody wants to play any of them bets, I will have a couple over-unders on this, and probably a couple other little bets. I'll probably throw that bet on Carlston Harris. So thank you guys again for watching, man. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. I keep making these videos for us. We'll keep winning, man. Like I said, I appreciate everybody that comments on my stuff and shows any support. Johnny K Picks, Capper Comparison, UFC Lay, or Gambling Addicts, UFC Gambling Addicts, Lay. Man, all you guys are awesome, man. I really appreciate that you guys help me out like this, and I do anything I can to help you guys out. Thanks, everybody. Let's win some more money, and I'll see you guys when I drop that video on Monday or Tuesday, man. See you guys.